Welcome, everybody. This is yet another mini talk tied to the Atlanta Self-Publishing Conference, kind of our intro content rolling into the days before the conference actually takes place. So remember, go to atlantaselfpublishingconference.com and register as soon as you can. The conference takes place on April 29th. We will be taking walk-ups if you do decide to wait that late. I know a lot of us are procrastinators, but you can definitely register earlier than that. And just as a shout out, this whole conference is presented by Atlanta Writers Club. So remember that when you register, you actually you're actually part of that is paying your membership dues for 1 year. So you get a lot of awesome resources, connections, content, discounts, freebies, all kinds of stuff. And with the monthly meetings that we have and the newsletter that you get for people who are registered as members. So please do that. That's just atlantawritersclub.org. And I am Tanisha Curtis, and I'm the CEO of WriterWorks University. So I am directing the conference this year and doing everything like the programs and the swag bags and all of that jazz. So if you need any kind of help with self-publishing, you want some resources to take some lessons and things like that to kind of learn more about doing that, just visit writerworksuniversity.com, and there's hundreds of thousands of words of free content, like text-based content to help you with that. So without further ado, today we are going to be talking to Terra Weiss about 3 killer newsletter topics that she wants you to know about. So I'm going to turn it over to her and let her take it away. Go for it, Terra.
All right. Well, my name's Terra Weiss, and I just want to start by thanking Tanisha because you've been awesome and getting this up and going. And if you guys haven't registered for the conference, do it. Tanisha's done an amazing job. So with that, I am going to launch into a presentation that's just a little teaser with a talk that I will be giving about how to kind of up your newsletter game. So today is just a little teaser on that. 3 killer newsletter topics. Just a little bit about myself, just to give you some info on me. I'm a big part of the Georgia romance writers. So I've been really entrenched in them, in their contest. So I'm a Maggie finalist, a Catherine Award finalist. This is all romance writer stuff. Fools for Love winner. I'm the author of 4 published novels, 2 of which have been #1 new releases and 2 in the top 10 in romantic comedy, free category. And I've also had a couple literary stories published. So that's just a little tidbit on me. My latest release is Wing Mom. You can see that there in the corner. All right, so enough about me. Okay, I can't let this talk go by without saying this, and even if you already know this, it's a great reminder. The #1 thing you can do to get your newsletter started and kicked off, especially if you don't have one, or if you're new to the game, or even if you are a seasoned author and you want to up your list, write a reader magnet. For those that don't know what that is, that's just a little free book that is usually, it can be really short. It can be 8,000 words, 10,000 words, 20,000 words. It's a short little book that basically introduces the world to your writing and your audience. So for me, I write small town romance. My reader magnets are a small town romance with a bit of comedy to get readers, pulled into what I write. It's a full story, so you want to have a beginning, middle, and end in those short amount of words. Don't leave people hanging off the cliffhanger on a reader magnet. They'll get really mad at you. So get that reader magnet going if you're kicking off a newsletter, and then use that. And a great place to start, I've got this in there, use BookFunnel. It's a great place to get it started. Upload your reader magnet to BookFunnel. They'll advertise it. You can join groups to advertise it. For me, I did a Christmas one. I did a 20,000 word Christmas novel. And I think I did this in December, January. By February, I had 2,000 newsletter subscribers just in a few months. So that was just my beginning. That was just me kicking off as a new author, started with a reader magnet, joined those BookFunnel promos for the books, and got that newsletter going. I know that's just for starters. For those of you who are seasoned, you might know this already, but you can also do a reader magnet for any series that you're doing to kind of boost your newsletter. And anytime you need a boost in there, do that, because like I said, that's 1,000 readers. They're not all great, I'll tell you that, but a lot of them are. So if you cast the wide net and you grab a bunch of people with that. Again, Christmas time, you just can't go wrong there. People love free books at Christmas. So, all right. The second tip, if you are a little bit seasoned and you've been sending out newsletters and you're maybe not quite getting the response that you want, is to start involving and engaging. This seems obvious, but for some reason, I think us writers, we're very introverted, and it's like, oh, I don't want to bother people and, start pestering them. At least that's kind of how I was at it. But I realized when I launched a poll, and I just did it as an experiment. I thought, I'm going to launch a poll and just see what my readers are thinking, how they're feeling. And I gave them 2 options for my next book I was going to write. I had 2 ideas in my head, and I gave them the 2 ideas. I could not believe the response. I had so many people writing. They were so passionate about having a voice on what books I wanted to write next. And I'm not saying everybody has that option to have their readers select the next book they want to write. So that's kind of a big one. But you can always also, as my next bullet, you can also ask them what they want to see in your next book. Maybe you have a concept for it and you're struggling, do they want to see the struggling, I write romance, so I'm just going to angle it with a romance. Do they want to see the hermit heroine with the super friendly social butterfly, heroine? Do they want to see, a really cute meet cute? What's in their bones right then? If you give them a poll and you give them 2 or 3 options, they love it. So it's easy. They just have to click a button and they're on it. They're in it. They're voting. Okay. So again, I use the poll here, but they want to be involved. They're reading your books. They want to hear from you. They love to be involved in the process. So not too complicated. They don't want to, take over your whole marketing campaign, but they want to have a little bit of say. So if you give them an easy way, they will definitely do it. And they'll be so excited when you announce the winner who got selected. Okay, tip 3, last tip. This was my short little mini talk. A little bit of what I said, but now I'm doing it a little different, making it personal. This one I really avoided. I don't know why. It was very hard for me to open myself up to my newsletter and be like, well, this is me. But so I'm going to actually talk about my friend right now who did this, and she had a great success. She just put out there in her newsletter, who likes tacos, who likes coffee. To me, that sounded so ridiculous. But people loved it. They wanted to talk about their favorite tacos. She asked them if they like their coffee black or with tons of creamer. These are really simple topics that opened a discussion that allowed them to kind of write her back and, take a poll. And how you make that relevant is, and best pets, I put that in there too. People love to talk about what's better, a bulldog or a chihuahua. Because they're passionate about it. And so when they write you back, make it mean something. Tell them the winners of the best pet or the way somebody wants their coffee. Put it in your next book. Have the hero or heroine have that dog or take their coffee that way, or have a quirk that they picked. So there are small ways to integrate that. And if you tell them the winners, again, they'll be really excited. And you've also given them a chance to get to know you a little bit better. Do you like your coffee black? Well, I like mine with tons of creamer and sugar. So it's kind of a little, personal. And you can go more personal if you want it kind of to your level of comfort. And with that, I have a bonus tip that just is kind of reiterating what I just said. Don't be afraid to share about you, because your readers actually want to know about you, the person behind the book. I've learned this. One of my critique partners is on the New York Times bestseller list. Her number 1 question she gets from readers is really a personal one, which was, what inspired you to write the book? It's not even about the book. It's about her as a person. I think if you remember that, as you're writing every newsletter, you'll be in good shape because they've read your book, they like you, they want to know about you. And I think that concludes my talk, my little mini talk. So come see me in person.
Right.
At that.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Terra. I think that's